guys, what's up? It's Combat Saturday. Today what we're looking at is the Baguazhang system of martial art. Okay, this is one of the arts which I also teach. Okay, Baguazhang is one of the internal martial arts in the Chinese systems of martial art. Okay, and the thing that makes it a bit unique is that it's more of a joint locking, stand-up grappling type of system. All right, and you see this in other martial arts too. Like if you look at jiu-jitsu, like the Japanese original jiu-jitsu, there is a lot of stand-up grappling, joint locking. In Chinese, it's called chin na, this kind of stuff. Okay. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu focuses more on ground fighting, but I know for a fact that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu also contains stand-up techniques as well. I saw something with Carlson Gracie one time, and he was showing some of these things, and actually quite similar, actually. What we're looking at here is what makes Baguazhang work is really the stepping techniques and the movements and things. And remember, it's a joint locking system, so it has a personality of that. It does not have a striking personality. It has a joint locking personality. So as a result of that, the stances will be lower, wider, but still mobile enough, and there's a lot of stepping and pivoting. All right. So I want to cover three different movements. Okay, we have a forward stepping, we have a withdrawing stepping, and a pivot step. Okay, we'll do all of them. So first thing we're going to do is stationary. All right. Now, one other thing about Bagua is that it's also known for its circular movements, its circle walking. All right, and that's important too. But you need to understand the movements first. The actual movements of the technique, and then the circle. The circle is all about teaching you flow and entry and things like that. Okay. Remember, the core of Bagua is actually the movements themselves, the attacks, the joint locks, all those things, all right? And under no circumstance would you ever walk around it in a circle in a real fight. I actually saw someone doing that, where someone's just walking around a circle like that in a real fight. I mean, are you kidding me? It's ridiculous, okay? That's a person who knows nothing about the system, okay? All right, and there's a lot of those idiots, unfortunately, all right? All right, so we're going to start here. I want to make sure you can see my feet. Just a second here. Whoa. Hey, what's up? All right. So feet. You want to make sure your feet are about 3 of your feet apart. Not 36 inches, but your feet. Okay. Roughly. All right. Bend your legs a bit. All right. And what we're gonna do here is we're going to do this. This is called the dragon. Straight pushing strike. Okay. Now, I'm using this because this is, maybe easier to grasp. It's more like a strike, but keep in mind that this is one angle straight. It can be like downwards. It can be upwards. Like this is just a concept. Like boom, boom. Right. So I can take someone's arm and boom. I can cut across it. You'll see when I start moving around how this can be used for other applications. So it can be a strike, but it's primarily a joint locking type system, okay? So, legs bent here, I'm gonna go 1, 2. You see how the whole body is turning with it? All right. Now, if I was to step with it, I do kind of a quick step and go underneath, or my hands can go either under or over. It depends on what I'm doing. All right, but my feet is kind of a hook step, so it's like I'm sweeping behind someone's leg, and I can take them down here. See. So if I'm stepping forward, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? That's how you step forward. That's the single step method, all right? Now, 2-step method is we're gonna go around a circle or a box, okay? And now we're gonna use pivots, all right? What we're doing here is that we're actually going to just practice going, we're gonna keep our body more square, but we're learning that pivoting skill, okay? So do the forward stepping, we did pivot. I'll get to the withdrawing step in a second, okay? But the pivoting skill here, we hit here. So we go 1, right? Then I go 2. Then watch this. I put a step out. 3, 4, 5. See? So I'm learning to turn my body while still staying rooted at the same time. See? So once again, all right, I go 1, I go 2, I go 3, 4, and I go 5. Okay? That's the thing. So you're learning this kind of pivot. You're learning to pivot while still remaining balanced. You know, you're not turning. Whoa, right. So here, that's how you train it. It's still sort of stationary and kind of more robotic. But I'm going to show you now how you could use that in, and I'm going to throw in some other techniques as well. Okay, but so now I'm going to add some other stuff here. This one is called a leading strike. So here's the technique here. I'm going to go step, withdraw, and then come forward and hit it. All right, that's it. Step, withdraw, forward, hit it. So this is called a leading strike. I'll go like 1, then I go put it back, and then. So I did this. No, leading strike. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go 1, or I could just do a straight strike actually. I go 1, 2, 3. That's kind of what I meant to do, because I said I would show you how to use it in a in a more practical way. You know, the problem with just a side point is that there's different techniques, and sometimes whatever comes out, right? I might be explaining something, but things come out on their own. Whatever. That's just the way it is. Okay. So anyway, I apologize for that. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go straight. So let's see an application. Maybe I have a bridge with someone's arm. I try and get him, right? But it doesn't work properly. All right. So he tries to punch me low, right? I draw, come back and quick arm. Okay. So 1, 2, 2. 1, 2. See? Right? Or whatever angle I want to do. See? So 1, 1, 2. Again. 1, 1, 2. See? So this is how you kind of put the skills together. Right, so there we have the single step, withdrawing step, and the pivot. Okay, that's one nice little juicy combo which you can do. All right. Now, if I was to add that into the circle walking, obviously this is sort of a crash course in Bagua, but I want to give you a good understanding of what the system is all about. Okay. Now, if I'm going to walk around a circle here, all right. Well, okay. So I walk around a circle. My torso is turned, like I'm not walking this way, right? Okay, my torso is turned, so I'm actually walking this way, where I'm turned towards the center. Okay, towards the center. I'm walking around. When I get to the south position here, just say this is south, I will toe my foot out, toe my foot in, and then I'll step, and then I'll make a withdraw, the joint lock, and then I'll come, and I'll come this way, and then I'm walking the other direction. See how it's going counterclockwise, now clockwise. Okay? Go around once, twice, whatever. And here, 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 and here. Okay? So that's the basic drill. Okay? So you see how there's all the skills involved there. You have the circle walking, the single step, withdrawing step, and then the pivot step. Okay? It's all part of the same drill. Okay? The same motion. All right? So let's do that one more time each side. Okay? And here, and strike. Back, and joint lock. and the other way now. Okay. I could even do a little scoop here, right? If I want to, right? Draw. Okay. That's basically it. So you know what? You can go up and down in a straight line doing it, and to really get it in your bones, in your muscle memory. Okay. So I can go 1, 2, the other side, 2. Walk around the other way, whatever. I can step over here. Maybe go west now, right? 1, 2. Back step. 1. So you can go in random directions and that kind of stuff, all right? Now, of course, once again, it has to be specified that this is primarily a joint locking system. So you see there's a lot of pivots, a lot of dropping the steps, right? This kind of stuff, all right? Actually, that's the exact move I saw Carlson Gracie doing. I saw he has something on his arm, and he's like that. He went in and bang, like that. All right, that's the same, so exact same move, actually, right? So here, you can even do that. I can go around circles just doing that move, right? I can go in 1, 2, I go 3, 4, 5, right? So see, this is an example. So always remember that it's primarily for that purpose. So don't think of it like boxing, because people will look at it and say, "Oh, how come your stance is low? You're not lighting your feet." I'm like, you're not meant to be lighting your feet when it's a joint locking and stand-up grappling system. It's not made for that. Okay, you can't do that if you're gonna use joint locking and grappling techniques. It won't work. Okay. If you want to do boxing, kickboxing, okay, sure. But this isn't for that purpose, okay? Every martial art has its own flavor, all right? One of the big problems I see among different martial artists is that they don't like anything different than what they do or what they've been taught. If they don't understand something, then the response right away is, "Oh, it's shit," all right? They don't bother to understand the meaning of it or the purpose of why they're doing what they're doing. Maybe you should understand something, and then you can make a decision about it, okay? But you'll find that, generally speaking, all martial arts have merit, okay? That's the thing, but if you don't understand it, and you're criticizing it, that's on you, not the system, all right? So anyways, that is a little crash course in Bagua. I hope it helps a little bit, okay? Just remember that the key is in these movements, okay? We have that stationary drills, the single step, right? Then we have the pivoting step and things, okay? And then we have the straightforward withdrawing, and then the pivot step, okay? And you can do it in any order you want to. Okay? Maybe I start with a pivot and then step in, whatever. Okay, so that's a drill you can do as well. Take the pivot step, the withdrawing step, and the forward step, and put it in any order you want to, and see what happens. All right. The key is to make sure that you're rooted, and always remember the personality of joint locking. That's what you're trying to do here. Okay. So everything's low and powerful. All right. Anyways, again, really windy here. All right. That's it for this week. Everyone have a nice weekend. Family Day weekend for people here in Canada. And everyone just stay safe, stay warm, and see you guys soon.